guys, welcome back to my channel. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. So I'm going to tell my story over, guys, because I know I have a lot of new subscribers and a lot of you guys don't know where I'm coming from or what I've been through, right? Okay, so how I realized I was being gang stalked. I was dealing with a guy, right? And like, he was a narcissist, and it was just like all hell while I was with him, and like a lot of crazy things was happening. He was living in this apartment complex where it was like these two big buildings, right? It was mad people that lived there. So I just noticed a lot of funny things going on, and it was just weird. And one day he was like yelling at me, arguing with me, and like I kept noticing this girl, like she was always around, but like just standing there. And one day I caught her looking at me. So I caught on, like, why is this chick looking at me like that? So I asked myself, like, what's really going on here? He seemed to be like he was using me, but it's like he had changed out of nowhere because it was different before. So I remember him telling me about some girl that he used to be with named Tiffany. But he told me I didn't have nothing to worry about, all this bullshit. So in my head, I'm like, who's this girl? Then I also had a girl in my inbox on Instagram asking me if I like girls, and it was just weird. So she had sent me a picture of herself, and it looked like she was inside of his apartment, right? In his room. So I'm like, yo, like, what's really going on? Like, what's really going on? So I'm with him or whatever, I'm chilling, and like I was on guard, and I felt like I was about to have to fight somebody. I don't know, I just had this feeling on the inside like I got beef, or like maybe I'm gonna have to fight or something, right? So I'm telling him about it, and I'm like, what's going on here? So I started thinking back to when I was a teenager. I was really upset, started listening to some Tupac. Because back in the days, you know what I'm saying, I was in the streets or whatever, I used to fight. So I used to fight back in the days when Tupac was out. I was on that thug life shit. Anyway, so I'm listening to Tupac, and I start remembering shit, and I'm like, so a whole story came back to me. It was when I fought this girl on Boston Road. And come to find out, it was his mother, okay? So when he used to tell me stuff, he would be like, or like I would have a feeling that he was cheating, and I would say something to him, and there would be a voice in my head yelling at me like, he's lying, he's lying, he's lying. So I'm being shown this whole story in my mind, pictures and everything, details, right? So I'm like, did I fight your mother? And he's like, no, what are you talking about? Then I start thinking about back to when I was a teenager, and I mean, I was early childhood when I was in junior high school, and this dude who was picking on me and all this other stuff. Like, it all came back to me. I was telling a whole story about what was going on, right? Then I had remembered in 2010 that I had got a reading from a psychic because my apartment had gotten robbed, and I went to a psychic to find out who robbed my apartment, and she told me who robbed my apartment. Then she also told me that a group of people was going to be after me. And I was so scared. I'm like, what did I do? Like, why are they going to be after me? Like, what did I do for a whole group of people to be after me? And I was scared, and I was crying. And I had remembered that fight that I had with this girl, and she was pregnant at the time when I fought her, right? So I had asked the lady, I'm like, did I kill her baby? Did the baby die? Like, is this why they're after me? So she really couldn't answer that question or tell me anything like that, and I was just so upset. So I went on with my life, and she had told me that it was people that I grew up with who was going to be after me, or whatever, and the family members, right? So I went on with my life, and now all of a sudden I'm here, and like it all comes back full circle, and I'm like, oh shit, a whole group of people's after me. I'm like, this whole shit is fake. I'm like, what the fuck? So I realized that I had gifts, okay, where my ancestors was communicating with me this whole time, telling me to get the fuck out of there, that I was in danger, okay? So I'm like, oh shit, like, wow, this is crazy. So immediately, when I realized what was really going on, this is the last day I see him. Actually, this was August 19th of 2020, and we're about to come up to the anniversary right now. So I'm sitting there and I'm talking to him, and I'm like, did I fight your mother? And he's like, no. Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, okay. Now, his mom, she's young. She's like, I'm 40. She's like, I think she was 45 or something like that. And he was like supposed to be 33 or whatever, right? So I was dating somebody a little younger. You know, I don't really look my age, and a lot of young guys are always talking to me. whatever. Okay. So, at the time I was 39 now. I'm 40 now. Anyways. So, I'm like, wow. So I'm planning my escape because I know how to get the fuck out of here because there's a group of motherfuckers that's after me. Now, mind you, I had dreamed about his house before. I had dreams about his house before I got there. Okay, my ancestors been trying to warn me and try to show me everything which was going on, right? So that same day, I'm talking to him and I'm standing up, he's sitting down. He looks up at me and his face changes. And I was like, who are you? I was like, I know you. His face completely changed, but I knew the face. It was from somebody from back in the days. But I couldn't put my finger on it, and it changed back that quick, right? So I was just like, oh shit, I gotta get the fuck up out of here. This is what I'm saying in my head. So I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm about to go to my mom's house. I make my escape. I knew then I was never coming back, but I had to like ease my way out. You know what I mean? Because he was aggressive and he used to get physical with me. So before this, I had already started getting my stuff out of there because it was getting too crazy or whatever. Like he was out of control. And I remember, yeah, he was like trying to hold on to my AirPods. I'm like, no, I need my AirPods. Like, why are you trying to hold my AirPods? Anyways, I took my AirPods. I got the fuck up out of there. I never went back. He was been trying to hit me up, come back here now, da da da. And I'm like, no. So I go to my mom's house and I'm telling her this whole story. And I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. Like a whole group of people's after me. And like, I'm in like my whole body is just like, I'm shaking. And I'm realizing that they're doing black magic on me and they're doing all types of shit on me. So immediately I go to the Botanica and I start getting things for protection. Crystals, everything. I brought this. This is a evil eye. This comes from India. It protects against the evil eye. The evil eye is when people are looking at you and they don't like you and they don't want you to succeed and they send you that evil eye because people's intentions are very, very powerful. You could curse somebody by things that you say or how you even look at them, okay? All right. Now, I grew up in the church, okay? I grew up believing in Jesus and all of that, right? But I had went through this awakening maybe about 2012 and it just all started progressing from there and I started learning about different things. You know what I mean? I learned about the Israelites. I learned about all of that. Okay? Now, right now, there's a great awakening going on, right? We are all in different parts of our awakening. Okay? And there's different levels to this, basically. So immediately, I get to my mother's house, and I'm like, I need to learn how to protect myself. I have to learn, like I'm psychic. I have gifts. I'm psychic. I've always been psychic. And it all started coming back to me, all the things from back in the days and everything and all this other shit. And I'm just like, oh my God, that's overwhelming. So I go home and tell my mom, she's like trying to dumb me down, like, oh, no, yeah, you might be psychic, but it was just crazy. So I'm like, no, I'm psychic. So I start learning. I get books, I start reading, I start learning everything, right? I start burning my candles and all of that. Now my mom doesn't believe in this. She thinks it's evil, okay? But I know that I have to protect myself because these people are using black magic on me. All right? They put something on my toothbrush. My gums started receiving. I had went to his house and I had smelled something. It smelled so good. I'm like, what is that? He was like putting on illusions right in front of me. Then when my gums started receding, I started looking up stuff I could use for my mouth because my mouth was so dry, like so dry. So I went and I brought me what is it called? Aloe vera plant. So I started sucking on the aloe vera plant, right? I'm spitting it out, trying to get my saliva back in my mouth. I leave the plant. Maybe like an hour later, it's black, right? I don't think nothing of it. Later on, I'm learning all this shit about, all the spiritual stuff. And come to find out, that plant turned black because it caught something. Okay? All right. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because people were judging me because they think I practice witchcraft, right? But how can I say this? Yeah, I posted a video the other day, and G-Rock hits me up. He like, yo, you practice witchcraft? And I'm like, what? He like, yeah, you practice witchcraft. There's different type of witchcrafts. That's number one. Okay? And who are you to judge me? I'm here helping people. I'm trying to help people. You see my energy. Do I seem evil to you? Do I seem like I'm doing something evil and demonic to you? No, right? Because I'm not. Okay? People need to stop judging people, and they need to learn everything. Because I've been learning everything. I've been learning about every religion. Okay? And I'm really drawn to, it's like my mind is going blank. I'm really drawn to the Indian pantheon. Okay? Kali Ma, Lord Shiva, and all of that. Now, Christianity teaches there's only one God, right? Where did these other gods come from then? They're all evil? Huh? They're all evil? I think before you judge people, you need to read books and really learn about everything. Okay? I used to be that person that only believed in Jesus, right? And if somebody told me they didn't believe in Jesus, I would start praying for them, like, why you don't believe in Jesus? But I didn't understand. Now, yes, Jesus is real, but the story that was taught was to keep you bound. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to explain, but I'm going to do more videos about it. And who are you to judge? Only God can judge. Okay? So I need y'all to get your heads up out your ass and stop judging people. Because you don't even know what you're talking about. Just like, you know how they look at black people like, oh, all black people, they're bad, they're this and they're that. That's how you're looking at witchcraft, because you don't know nothing about it. Okay? So you can't go around judging things that you don't know nothing about. Yes, the Freemasons do black magic, and they are evil, right? Okay, but not all of them. Are all of them evil? No. I was told that my great-grandfather was in the Freemasons. Okay, that's probably where I got my gifts passed down to me from, right? Okay. Now, are some people evil? Yes. But you can't judge me by what I believe in, because I'm not judging you. I just know that you don't know no better. Okay? So G-Rock tells me that he can't deal with me like that because it's evil. And I understand where he's coming from. I understand. You know what I mean? And I went the Israelite way too, but it's levels to this shit, like I said. I kept learning and I kept learning and I kept learning. And the Israelites, I got a problem with them. You know why I have a problem with them? Because they think they can have a whole bunch of different wives and all this other stuff. And that's not how it's supposed to be. They believe we came from their rib. That's not true. Okay? Women are the Alpha and the Omega. We are the portal to the other realm. Okay? Now, I wasn't going to say nothing about this. I was going to let this slide. But I feel some type of way because me and him are supposed to be doing this live. But it's like the energy's off. Like I feel some type of way, period. Okay, guys, I just had to get this out. And I'll probably lose some followers. And that's fine. But you need to do some more research before you go around judging people just because they don't believe what you believe. Now, when I started this, I said that people from all over the world, we're going to come together with different belief systems and come together as one to fight for the same cause. Okay? People don't realize that their belief systems is what's holding them back in life with everything. Okay? Who are you to judge? You're just a human. Only God can judge. I don't judge no one. I take everybody as they is. Whatever they believe, that's fine. You believe what you believe, and what you believe is true to you. All truths are but half truths. Okay? Okay, guys, thanks for listening. I just wanted to make this clear to everyone. It wasn't sitting right with me, like my energy was off because I've been sitting on this for a couple of days and I felt some type of way about it. I'll be back with another video. Thank you. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.